Hello everyone, and welcome to Oldy Talks, the place where we chat about making life after 70 truly fulfilling and meaningful. Today, I have something special to share with you. 7 simple secrets, backed by science, that can help us live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Have you ever wondered, could just a few small changes in my day give me more energy and joy? Let me tell you a story. Last month, I visited Mrs. Dorothy, a 78-year-old friend in the U.S. She still bakes cookies every Sunday. The sweet, warm smell from her kitchen has the whole neighborhood looking forward to it. I asked her, "Dorothy, what's your secret to staying so full of life?" She laughed heartily and said, "I keep moving, keep laughing, and love every single day." Her words got me thinking, could everyday habits really make such a big difference for people like you and me who want to savor every moment? I dug into the research and the results truly surprised me. So, grab a hot cup of tea, pull up a comfy chair, and let's explore these 8 secrets together. I'll share more real-life stories, easy tips you can start today, and even a few fun challenges for you to try. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll want to start with at least one new idea. Are you ready? Let's get started. Social connections. The ties that bring joy first. Let's talk about social connections. One of the wonderful secrets to making our lives more meaningful. Picture yourself sitting on a warm, cozy pew in church, surrounded by familiar faces, singing your favorite hymns together, or quietly sharing in a small prayer group. There's nothing quite like a cheerful chat with friends, a warm hug from your grandkids, or the peaceful feeling of connecting with people who share your faith, right? Here in the U.S., moments like these don't just bring joy, they're also a precious remedy for your health. A famous Harvard study spanning over 80 years found that people over 70 with strong social ties can live up to 5 years longer. Why? Because friends, family, and community don't just warm your heart. They also help reduce stress, keep your blood pressure steady, and protect your brain from aging. A recent 2023 study from the University of Michigan adds even more. Staying socially connected can lower the risk of dementia by up to 30% in older adults. These numbers remind us that no matter our age, we all need people around us to stay healthy and happy. Take Mrs. Margaret, a 74-year-old from Ohio. After her husband passed away, she felt lonely, as if the world had suddenly emptied out. But one day, she decided to step into her local church and join a weekly prayer group. At first, she just wanted a little comfort in prayer, but she never imagined it would become her second home. Now, every Sunday, she sings hymns with her new friends, shares everyday stories, and even helps organize small potluck meals after the service. "I don't feel alone anymore," Mrs. Margaret shares. "The prayers and laughter make me feel young again." She even says that though her eyesight isn't as sharp as it once was, she can still join in the familiar hymns without a book, just by listening and singing along. In the U.S., churches aren't just places of faith. They're community hubs, especially for seniors. You can join prayer groups where people sit in a circle, sharing their joys and struggles. If you love music, many churches have choirs open to all ages, perfect for those who can't read small print anymore. Volunteering, like preparing meals for the needy or helping with church events, is another great way to connect. These activities don't just give you a sense of belonging, they remind you that you still matter. But what if you're not religious or don't want to join faith-based activities? No problem. There are plenty of other options. Many community centers across the U.S. offer senior-friendly gatherings like storytelling circles, where you can listen to and share memories without needing to read. Some even host simple craft classes or movie afternoons with clear sound, ideal for those with poor eyesight but good hearing. You could also try gentle walking groups in the park, where you can chat with new friends while enjoying some fresh air. Practical tips to get started. If you're religious, visit a nearby church and try a Sunday service or a small prayer group. Many U.S. churches offer comfy seating and quiet spaces, perfect for seniors. Ask about activities like choir practice or helping with community meals. If you prefer community activities, check out your local community center or library. They often host free events like history discussion groups, movie screenings, or cozy tea parties. Oldy Talks challenge. Spend 1 week reaching out to one person each day. Call an old friend, visit a neighbor, or write a short note to a grandchild. Just a few minutes a day will lift your spirits and brighten your life. 2. Sleep. Recharge your battery for a longer, healthier life. You know that feeling when you wake up after a great night's rest, ready to tackle the day? That's what we're aiming for. But if you've noticed that sleep isn't quite what it used to be, maybe you're tossing and turning, waking up too early, or just not getting enough hours, don't worry, you're not alone. Let's unpack why sleep is a game changer for us over 70, why it gets trickier as we age, and how we can snag those deep, refreshing Z's to wake up feeling fantastic. Grab a cozy seat, maybe a warm tea, and let's chat about it. Why sleep is pure gold for us, first things first. Why does sleep matter so much? Well, picture this. When you sleep well, it's like hitting the reset button on your body and mind. Your brain gets a chance to clear out the day's clutter, your heart gets a break, and your energy tank fills back up. Science backs this up big time. The National Sleep Foundation says that a good night's sleep, around 7 to 9 hours for us, over 65, can cut your risk of heart disease by 25%. That's huge, especially since heart health is such a big deal as we age. Plus, Harvard researchers have found that quality sleep helps sweep away toxins in your brain, sharpening your memory, and even lowering the odds of Alzheimer's. So, sleep isn't just about resting. It's about keeping your body and mind in top shape for the long haul. But here's the catch. A lot of us aren't getting that golden 7-9 hours. Maybe you're waking up at 4 a.m., wondering why you're wide awake, or you're struggling to fall asleep in the first place. So what's going on? Let's break it down. Why do we sleep less as we get older? If you've ever thought, why can't I sleep like I used to? There's some science behind that. Here are the main culprits. Our body clock shifts. You've got an internal clock, your circadian rhythm, that tells you when to sleep and wake up. As we age, that clock starts ticking a little faster. That's why you might feel sleepy right after dinner, but then pop awake before the sun's even up. It's not you, it's biology. Less melatonin. Magic. Melatonin is the hormone that whispers, time to sleep. Trouble is, our bodies make less of it as we get older. It's like trying to drive a car with a half-empty gas tank. Harder to get going and stay on the road. Health hiccups, aches and pains, needing to use the bathroom at night, or conditions like sleep apnea can interrupt your shut-eye. If you're up every hour, it's no wonder you're wiped out the next day. Medications. Some pills we take, like for blood pressure or depression, can mess with sleep. Ever read the fine print on those bottles? Side effects might include trouble sleeping. Yep, that's a clue. Life changes. Retirement shakes up our routines. Without a set schedule, maybe you're napping more during the day, which can throw off your nighttime sleep. So it's not just in your head. There are real reasons sleep gets elusive, but don't despair. We've got some tricks up our sleeve to turn things around. How to get that deep wake-up refreshed. Sleep good news. You can improve your sleep, and it doesn't take a miracle. Just a few smart habits. Here's what works. Stick to a schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even weekends. It's like training your body clock to stay on track. Consistency is key. Make your bedroom a sleep haven. Keep it dark, quiet, and cool. Blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine can block out distractions. Think of it as your personal sleep cocoon. Skip the stimulants. Caffeine and nicotine are sleep stealers. Skip that afternoon coffee or evening smoke. They might be keeping you wired when you want to wind down. Move a little. A gentle walk, some stretching, or light yoga during the day can help you sleep better at night. Just don't exercise too close to bedtime, or you might be too pumped to snooze. Wind down right. Before bed, try something calming. Read a light book, listen to soft music, or take a warm bath. It's like telling your brain, hey, it's time to chill. Limit naps. Love a good nap. Keep it short, 20-30 minutes, and avoid snoozing after 3 p.m. Too much daytime sleep can rob your nighttime rest. Check your meds. If you suspect your pills are messing with your sleep, chat with your doctor. They might tweak the dose or switch things up. A real-life win. Betty's story. Let me tell you about Betty, a 76-year-old from the U.S. She used to toss and turn, waking up feeling like she hadn't slept at all. Then she made some changes. No TV after 8 p.m., a cup of herbal tea, and a dark, quiet bedroom. She even started reading a little poetry before bed. Now, she sleeps like a champ and wakes up ready to roll. Small tweaks, big payoff. What the research says. Science has our back here. A 2024 study showed that quality sleep can boost memory in older adults by up to 20%. That means better recall of names, dates, and where you parked the car. Pretty sweet, right? And the CDC agrees. 7 to 9 hours is the sweet spot for us to recharge and thrive. An Oldy Talks tip. Here's a little gem from us at Oldy Talks. Grab a light book, maybe a fun story or some poetry, and read a few pages before bed. It's like a gentle lullaby for your mind. Try it, and see how fast you drift off into dreamland. So there you have it. Secret number 2. Sleep. It's not just about closing your eyes. It's about recharging your body and brain for a healthier, happier you. Why do we sleep less as we age? Our clocks shift, melatonin dips, and life throws curveballs. But with a few simple habits, we can fight back and wake up feeling refreshed. Give these tips a shot, and let's make every night a good night. Grip strength. More than just a handshake. Have you ever stopped to think how much the strength in your hands matters? It's not just about opening a stubborn jar or carrying your shopping bags. Your grip strength is like a little window into your overall health. Science tells us that folks with a strong grip tend to have healthier muscles, sturdier bones, and even a heart that's pumping strong. Surprising, right? But it's true. A 2023 study from the American Geriatric Society found that older adults with good grip strength are 35% less likely to take a tumble. Why is that a big deal? Well, for seniors, a fall isn't just a little oops. It could mean broken bones, a trip to the hospital, or even losing the ability to live on your own. A stronger grip helps you stay steady and walk with confidence. And there's more. Researchers have also linked grip strength to heart health. People with weaker grips often face a higher risk of heart problems or poor circulation. So, boosting your grip isn't just about holding things, it's about holding on to your well-being. James's story, from weak to strong. Let me tell you about James, a 72-year-old from the US. A few years back, he found it tough to carry groceries home. Even picking up a gallon of milk wore him out and left him worried. He was afraid he'd soon need help with everyday tasks. But then James tried something simple. He started squeezing a stress ball while watching TV. It began as a bit of fun, but over time he noticed his hands getting stronger. Now he's not only toting heavy bags, but also pitching in to mow his neighbors' lawns. Best of all, the hand joint pain he used to deal with, it's mostly gone. The National Institute on Aging backs up James's experience. They say grip strengthening exercises can improve how your hands work and even ease arthritis pain. James's story shows that a small change can go a long way, especially if you're a senior hoping to keep doing things for yourself. Why is grip strength a secret weapon? Want to know why this matters so much? Let's dig into the science. Grip strength is a big picture clue about your health. It's called a biomarker of aging. A 2018 study in the British Medical Journal showed that people with weaker than average grips have a 20% higher chance of passing away earlier. That might sound a little spooky, but it just proves grip strength is more than muscle. It's a game changer. Here's what it's tied to. Muscles. Weak hands can signal that your whole body's muscles are losing steam. Bones. A solid grip helps keep your bones dense, lowering the risk of osteoporosis. Brain. Columbia University researchers found that strong-gripped folks often have sharper minds as they age. So when you work on your grip, you're telling your body, I'm still in the game, and I'm not. Slowing down. How to boost your grip strength. It's easy. No gym membership or pricey gear needed. Here are some simple tricks anyone can try. Perfect for seniors in the US. Squeeze a tennis ball. Grab a tennis ball or a stress ball. Give it 10 good squeezes per hand twice a day. Do it while watching Jeopardy or enjoying some Frank Sinatra. Relax and strengthen all at once. Finger stretches. Open your hand wide, then close it into a fist 10 times. This keeps your fingers nimble and eases stiffness. Super helpful if your hands feel creaky in the morning. Use light weights. Got small hand weights, 1-2 pounds. Lift them up and down while sitting. No weights? A water bottle or soup can from the kitchen works just fine. Grip strengtheners. These little tools are cheap, portable, and popular in the US. Use them anytime, anywhere. Don't push too hard. Just stick with it, a little each day, and you'll see the difference. A fun challenge. Squeeze and smile. Here's a fun twist. Every time you squeeze that ball or do your hand exercises, think of something that makes you happy, like a silly joke your grandkid told or your neighbor's pup bounding around. Squeeze and smile. It's not just great for your hands, it'll lift your spirits too. Try it out and let me know how it goes. You might even get others to join in. Walking, not just steps, but steps to a longer life. Walking sounds simple, but for seniors, it's a fantastic way to stay healthy without overdoing it or spending a dime. A brand new 2024 study from the University of Pittsburgh shows that walking at a pace of about 3.5 km/h, like a slightly speedy stroll, can add up to 6 years to your life. Sounds pretty good, right? But don't worry if you're not speed walking. Yet just getting out there regularly is enough to give your heart and legs a boost. So why is walking such a big deal for older folks? It's like a free dose of medicine. It gets your blood flowing, eases joint pain, and even clears your mind. The American Heart Association says that just 150 minutes a week, about 20 minutes a day, can lower your stroke risk by 20%. For seniors, walking also helps with balance and reduces the chance of falls, which is something we all worry about as we hit 70 or 80. All you need is a pair of shoes and a path, and you're ready to recharge. Helen's story, from a few steps to a big smile picture. You're Helen, 75, living in a small American town. A year ago, you felt sluggish. Your knees creaked every time you stood up, and you tossed and turned at night. Your doctor said, "Try walking a bit." You chuckled. "At my age, I can barely move." But with a nudge from your granddaughter, you gave it a shot. 10 minutes around the house, slow and steady, with a few pauses to catch your breath. After a few weeks, something amazing happened. You walked farther, your knees hurt less, and you slept like a log. Now, you're proudly doing 30 minutes a day and telling your neighbors, "I feel young again." Helen's not alone. Plenty of seniors in the U.S. have found new energy through walking. Take John, 78, who used to avoid going out for fear of falling. Now, he strolls around the park every morning and even chats with new friends. Start small, and you'll see your body thanking you day by day. Why walking is extra special for seniors. For older adults, walking isn't just exercise. It's a way to live healthier and happier. Lowers fall risk. Walking strengthens your leg muscles, helping you stay steady. A CDC study says seniors who walk regularly are 30% less likely to fall. Kind to joints, don't worry about knee pain. Done right, walking actually makes joints more flexible and less stiff. The trick is comfy shoes and flat paths. Boosts mood. Strolling outside, seeing trees or hearing birds, melts away worries. Science says it even releases happy hormones. Easy and free. No treadmill or gym needed. Just step out the door and go. How to start? It's a breeze. Think you're too old to start walking? Not a chance. Here are some super simple tips. Just 5 minutes. Walk around your house or backyard, nice and slow. After a few days, try 10 minutes, then 15. Slow and steady wins the race. Wear comfy shoes. Soft, well-fitting shoes are your best friend for pain-free walking. If you can, pick ones with good cushioning. Pick a pretty path. Walk in a park, by a lake, or down a quiet street. Beautiful scenery makes it fun and helps you forget you're even exercising. Bring a buddy, ask a friend, grandkid, or even your dog to join you. Chatting as you walk makes time fly. Treat yourself for extra fun. Here's a neat idea from Oldy Talks. After each walk, give yourself a little reward. A sweet apple slice, a warm cup of tea, or your favorite tune. Something small that says, "Hey, I did great." It's like a pat on the back that makes you look forward to tomorrow's walk. Walking is a gift to yourself. Walking isn't just moving your feet, it's a way to live longer, stronger, and happier. Whether you're just starting or already a pro, every step is a gift to your heart, legs, and soul. Try it today, just 5 minutes, and watch the magic happen. You deserve great health, and walking is the simplest key. Happy walking, and don't forget to treat yourself. 5. Learning new things. Science explains why it helps the elderly live longer after 70. Wondered why some elderly people in their 80s or 90s remain sharp and healthy, while others start forgetting things as early as 70. Part of the answer lies in whether they challenge their brains or not. What does science say about this? Our brains don't age just because of time. When you learn something new, whether it's something small like folding paper into a crane or something bigger like learning to use a computer, your brain creates new neural connections. Imagine your brain as a forest. Each time you learn something new, you carve out a small path. The more paths there are, the smoother the traffic flows in your brain, allowing information to move faster and keeping you alert longer. A study from the New England Journal of Medicine shows that people over 70 who engage in brain-stimulating activities, like learning new skills, can reduce their risk of cognitive decline by up to 30%. This not only helps you retain memories longer, but also slows down the brain's aging process, thereby extending your lifespan. What's more, learning new things doesn't just benefit the brain, it impacts the entire body. When you learn, your body releases dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel happy and reduces stress. Less stress leads to a healthier heart and more stable blood pressure, all of which help you live longer. In short, learning isn't just exercise for the brain, it's a tonic for both your mind and body. Not engaging the brain. What happens to seniors over 70? Now let's consider the opposite. What happens if you don't challenge your brain? Your brain isn't something that stays healthy on its own. If you don't use it for a long time, it breaks down. Science has shown that seniors over 70 who don't stimulate their brains by just sitting and watching TV or sticking to the same daily routines face a risk of cognitive decline 2 to 3 times higher than those who keep their minds active. Why does this happen? When you stop learning new things, the old neural connections in your brain weaken and aren't replaced. A study from the Alzheimer's Association of America indicates that seniors who don't engage their brains may start losing short-term memory after just a few years of rest. Even worse, the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease increases significantly, up to 50% for those who don't regularly stimulate their brains. That's not all. When your brain becomes sluggish, you're more likely to feel bored and lonely. This raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which harms your cardiovascular system and immune system. In plain terms, if you don't keep your brain active, you're not just losing mental sharpness, you're also shortening your own life. Sounds frightening, doesn't it? But don't worry. I'll show you simple ways to avoid this below. Simple ways for seniors to learn new things. We don't need to do anything grand. In the US, there are plenty of easy and fun ways for seniors over 70 to challenge their brains without leaving home or exerting too much effort. Here are some highly practical suggestions. Learn basic technology. In the US, many seniors shy away from smartphones or tablets, but this is a golden opportunity to exercise your brain. You can learn to send messages, watch YouTube videos, or use Google Maps. Many public libraries and community centers in the US offer free classes to teach seniors how to use technology. Just sign up. Each day, learning a little, like how to turn on Wi-Fi or find a favorite song, is like a jog for your brain. Try crafting, making handmade items like knitting, drawing, or folding. Origami is hugely popular in the US. You don't need to be skilled. Just grab an inexpensive kit from Walmart or watch free tutorials on YouTube. Every time you learn a new knitting pattern or draw a simple picture, you're forcing your brain to remember and create, which keeps it flexible. Learn a language through apps. Try picking up a few words in Spanish or Italian with apps like Duolingo. It's free and easy to use. You don't need to become fluent. Just spend 5 minutes a day learning words like hello or thank you in another language. This boosts memory and gives you a sense of pride when chatting with grandkids or neighbors. Plant and learn about plants. Gardening is a major hobby for seniors in the US. Plant a small indoor plant, like a cactus or mint, and learn how to care for it, how often to water it, how much light it needs. A bit of research online or in books stimulates your brain, and you'll have a plant friend to enjoy every day. Read and retell stories. Join a book club at your local library, a popular activity in the US. Or read a simple book on your own, then retell the story to your grandkids. For example, read a short story and try to recall the main character and what happened. This trains your memory and strengthens bonds with loved ones. Take it slow and steady, and you'll notice your mind rejuvenating without any exhaustion. The key is to do what you enjoy. Your brain will naturally follow along. You deserve to live long and healthy. Learning new things doesn't just help seniors over 70 live longer. It makes life more enjoyable and meaningful. Science proves it. A healthy brain leads to a healthy body and a happy soul. On the flip side, if you let your brain sit idle, you're making things harder for yourself. But rest assured, just a few small steps, like learning to use a phone, planting a tree, or sketching, can transform your future. Give it a try today. Just 10 minutes, and see how much better your life can be. 5. Living with purpose. The secret to living long and shining. After 70, what is living with purpose and why does it matter? First off, living with purpose isn't some big philosophical idea. It's simply having a reason to get up every morning. Something that makes you feel needed and valued. A 2023 study found that seniors over 70 with a sense of purpose live up to 7 years longer and are 30% less likely to feel depressed than those without one. Even if both groups eat well, exercise, and see the doctor regularly, this mental factor makes a huge difference. So why is that? When you have a purpose, you feel essential, and life feels more meaningful. This creates a mental energy that motivates you to take care of your health, because you've got things to do and places to be. On the flip side, without purpose, it's easy to slip into a "what's the point" mindset. Over time, even if your body is healthy, a lack of motivation can drag your well-being down. Why do people with purpose live longer? Let's look at the science. Science has a clear answer. Having a purpose keeps your brain active, reduces stress, and strengthens your immune system. For example, people with goals tend to have lower inflammation levels, which cuts the risk of heart disease or diabetes. They're also naturally inclined to stay healthy, walking more, eating better, because they've got a reason to keep going. In contrast, those without purpose are more prone to stress and depression, which spikes cortisol, the stress hormone, and harms the heart and body. So, even with the same physical care, purpose-driven seniors come out ahead in longevity. A real-life example: Mrs. Evelyn and her storytelling. Let me paint a picture with Mrs. Evelyn, a 79-year-old from the U.S. She started telling stories to kids in her neighborhood and says, "Seeing them smile gives me energy." This simple act not only brings her joy, but also makes her feel needed. Every day, she looks forward to story time, so she naturally takes care of herself, eating on time, staying active to keep up her strength. Meanwhile, someone her age without a purpose might spend the day indoors, watching TV, and slowly lose the drive to stay healthy. An American dream, traveling before it's too late. Seniors in the U.S. often have bucket list dreams, like visiting a special place before they pass. Take Mr. Tom, 77, who's always wanted to see the volcanoes in Hawaii. To make it happen, he started walking daily, eating healthier, and even learned to book flights online. This goal doesn't just give him a reason to live, it excites him every day. He thinks, "I've got to stay healthy for Hawaii." Thanks to that, he's living longer and stronger. On the other hand, someone without a dream, like Mrs. Linda, might let go. Even with good health at first, she has no reason to maintain it. She stays inside, avoids going out, and her health gradually declines. The clear comparison: purpose versus no purpose. With purpose, they live for something, like Mrs. Evelyn's storytelling or Mr. Tom's Hawaii trip. They stay cheerful, their bodies stay healthier longer, and they live longer. Without purpose, they live without motivation, get bored easily, and stress builds up. Even with good physical care, their mental state drags their health down. How to find your purpose? It's easier than you think. You don't need to do anything huge. Just ask yourself, what makes me happy? Then take one small step. Help someone, like telling stories or fixing a neighbor's fence. Chase a dream, like visiting the Grand Canyon or Florida. Finish something, like writing down memories for your grandkids. Try it this week. Plant a flower, call an old friend, or plan a little trip. If it makes you feel lit up, that's all you need. Pet ownership, the secret to helping seniors live longer. After 70, have you ever thought that owning a dog or cat could be a secret weapon for helping seniors live longer? It might sound a bit odd, but this is no joke. Science has shown that owning a pet can make seniors healthier and happier, especially after 70. Today, I'll break down why this is so magical, using both science and a touch of emotion to help you picture it. But remember, pet ownership isn't for everyone. I'll explain that later. What does science say about pet ownership helping seniors live longer? Let's start with the science. Owning a pet, especially a dog or cat, brings some seriously cool benefits that researchers have verified. More physical activity. If you own a dog, you've got to take it for walks every day. It's like having a free personal trainer. A study from Johns Hopkins University, 2020, found that seniors who own dogs walk more, reducing their risk of obesity and heart disease, two major threats to longevity. Just 30 minutes of walking a day can make your heart stronger and your body more agile. Stress reduction. Petting a cat or playing with a dog can melt away stress in an instant. Science says this releases oxytocin, a happiness hormone that helps you relax. According to the American Psychological Association, APA 2022, seniors with pets experience less anxiety and depression. Less stress means a healthier heart, and a healthy heart means a longer life. Social connection. Pets pull seniors out of their homes. Walking a dog leads to chats with neighbors, meeting new people, and even joining pet lover groups. A study from the Baltimore Longitudinal Study of Aging found that seniors with pets maintain better physical health through regular activity and a sense of connection. Loneliness is a silent killer for seniors, and pets are like a cure for that. Compared to those without pets, seniors with dogs or cats are more active, mentally at ease, and have a positive reason to live each day. Science clearly shows that these factors help extend life, especially after 70, when health often starts to decline. A little emotion. Picture life with a pet. Let me paint a picture. Imagine a 73-year-old woman living alone, feeling down because her kids are too busy to visit. One day she adopts a puppy. Every morning, the pup eagerly waits for a walk, so she puts on her shoes and steps outside, breathing in the fresh air. Gradually, she gets healthier, smiles more, and even chats with other dog walkers in the park. The dog isn't just a companion. It's a hero that pulls her out of loneliness. Or think of a 75-year-old man, retired and bored, sitting in front of the TV all day. He adopts a cat from a shelter. The cat curls up beside him, meowing for food, making him feel needed. His spirits lift, his blood pressure stabilizes, and he says, "With this cat, life feels worth living again." Stories like these aren't rare. Pets don't just help seniors live longer. They make life more meaningful. Those without pets might still be healthy, but they often miss out on the small joys and connections that a dog or cat brings. But pet ownership isn't for everyone. I've got to be honest. Owning a pet isn't a miracle cure for every senior. It depends on your situation. Allergies. If you're allergic to pet fur, owning one could make you sneeze and itch. More misery than joy. Finances. Pets aren't cheap. Food, vet bills, toys. If you're on a tight budget, it could become a burden. Health. Seniors with mobility issues might struggle to walk a dog or clean a litter box. If you can't care for a pet properly, it's tough on both of you. For example, an 80-year-old with arthritis might find a dog exhausting rather than energizing. Or a senior who can barely afford groceries might not manage the extra cost of a cat. So, think carefully before deciding. If owning a pet isn't possible, there are alternatives. Look into pet visitation programs where volunteers bring animals to visit for a few hours, or volunteer at a shelter to pet and play with animals without the long-term responsibility. Pets, a senior's best friend. In short, owning a dog or cat can help seniors live longer after 70 by encouraging more activity, reducing stress, and providing love and companionship. Science backs it up, and real-life stories are heartwarming. But it's not for everyone. Allergies, finances, and health need to be considered. If you can own a pet, great. If not, there are still ways to enjoy their benefits. Either way, a wagging tail or a gentle meow can brighten your day, right? Thank you so much for sticking with us through this entire video. We've shared 7 secrets to help you live longer, healthier, and happier after 70. But before we say goodbye, here's a little bonus for you. Gratitude is like the 8th secret to living longer. It's incredible how a grateful heart can make your life more beautiful and full of energy. We'd love to hear from you. Do you have any special tips or amazing stories that have helped you or your loved ones thrive every day? Drop them in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. The more, the merrier. If you enjoyed this video and want to catch more awesome tips on living a long, healthy life, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way, you won't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Once again, thank you for watching. And remember that every day is a gift. Take care, stay grateful, and we'll see you in the next video. Oldy Talks.